Hi, my name is Paola from Paola Ponce Nails, and today I'm going to show you how to do a waterless electric filing manicure. So let's get started. You will need your electric file. You will also need the proper bits for your electric file. In this case, we're going to use a buffing bit and a diamond bit, cuticle area, and for the body of the nail. If you don't have a buffing bit, you can use a regular soft buffer. Make sure it's soft because you're going to be using it on the natural nail, so nothing coarser than a 180. You're also going to need your cuticle pusher, a nail clipper, and a pair of cuticle nippers. Okay, so if you need to cut your nail, you're going to go ahead and do that. And then you'll go ahead and shape that nail also to your desired shape. I'm just going to keep an almond. Okay, when you are happy with that, you are going to proceed to your cuticle work, starting with your cuticle pusher. Now, you want to make sure that your cuticle pusher, it's not higher than 45 degrees where you're not digging into the nail. You want it 30 or 45 degrees from the nail to the pusher here. And you are going to pull back the skin of on your finger here, and then you're going to push back. At the same time, you kind of want to lift the cuticle area up a little bit, so kind of do this picking up motion. Push back the skin with your fingers and push your cuticles back. Okay, so again, you want to do this picking up motion with your cuticle pusher. It's very helpful if your cuticle pusher is thin here in the area so that you can do effectively that pushing up motion. Okay, if you have an excess, you want to use the back pointy end or the knife part, so to speak, of your cuticle pusher to remove any excess. But if there is not lots to remove, you can go ahead and proceed with your electric filing. All right, so now the nitty-gritty and what you're here for. We're going to use our diamond bit. Diamond bit particle is what you want to use to remove excess skin around the cuticle area. This is gentle, but at the same time rough enough to remove any dead skin. Place that there, wherever you're comfortable. And your electric file, you want to make sure, mine goes up to 30,000 RPM. You want to make sure is at least half of that, so 15,000. If not a little bit more. I like to go sort of 1 o'clock. Okay, now if you use your electric file at a lower speed, then you can imagine, even though this is not harmful enough to tear at the nail, if it's at a slow speed, it will actually do that. So if you're at a lower speed or working with a lower speed, the bit is actually going to tear at the nail. And if you are going at a higher speed, you don't need as much pressure. Pressure can also damage the nail when you're using your electric file. So if you're going at a higher speed, you're actually going to have to decrease the amount of pressure you're putting on that nail. So that's beneficial to the natural nail because you're not putting pressure with a highly, the speed of this rotating quite fast. You're gonna shave, or you could damage the nail. You can remove an excess of nail that you don't want to. So it's It's beneficial to work at a high speed, but also to have control of the pressure you're putting on the nail. So you want to imagine it as basically a warm butter knife on butter, and you're gonna basically shave any of the dry skin on the nail with a very light, gentle feather pressure. Okay, so we're going to do that now. And again, push back the skin with your fingers so that you can get your tool in there. Once it's in there, sort of want to use longer strokes, and you want to kind of cut out, if I can say it that way, the cuticle area with the flat top of your diamond bit here. So again, you kind of want to work as if you were doing a warm butter knife on butter versus shredding the nail. Okay, now I have some dry skin here that I want to get rid of, and you can do this by going parallel to the nail like so, and then also sort of perpendicular and bringing that a couple times. If you do short strokes here, you might start building heat, so do that only a couple of times and no more than that. And for the most part, do long, gentle strokes here. Okay. We're going back on over to this side, kind of clean it up one more time. And if you don't really mess at this kind of cuticle area up there, you won't necessarily have to cut it. If, however, you get your tool too close to this epinicium area, you might start making it scraggly, and you will probably have to cut it later. So maintain control, make sure you're holding steady onto your hand or your client's hand, and you're working in long strokes as if you're passing a warm butter knife on butter to kind of shave that dead skin. Gentle pressure, you're not shaving the actual nail or into the nail, and you're working at a high RPM here. Okay, once you are happy with that, and I am gonna take my manicure brush, which I like to work with for efficiency. I'm not taking additional time to pick up a tool and drop a tool in that manner, so I'm working a little faster. The seconds do count when you are looking at a clock in between clients, okay? So if you have your dust vacuum, go ahead and turn it on to extract this dust and keep it out of your face, out of your eyes, out of your nostrils. Once you've done that, see how cleanly I've removed any dead skin from my nail. Now you'll take your buffer. If you have a bit that's a buffer material, this one also has diamond particles, so it's gentle but rough enough to gently remove the shine from your nails. Okay, put that in. And because I do want to make my nail a little bit coarse, I'm gonna actually work at a lower setting. Remember, if you work at a higher setting, you're kind of shaving. If you are working at a lower setting, a lower RPM, you're kind of shredding. But this buffer and your hand buffer is not really rough enough to shred, so I'm not gonna be concerned too much with working too slow or at a lower RPM. So for this one, I'm only gonna do about 7,000 RPM, 8,000. And I just want to remove any shine left on my nail. Again, you can do this with a hand buffer, but I have a tool or I have a bit for this, so I'm going to do it. Very, very gentle. It's not removing an excess amount of nail. It's simply removing the shine. If I worked at a high speed with this particular tool or even my hand buffer, I'm actually going to be shining the nail. Think about when you do a high shine finish, you actually take your buffer and you go hard on it basically, and then the nail starts becoming shiny. So even though this is not that type of material, it's not really a chamois, you can significantly but minuscule at the same time bring some shine back onto the nail. So you want to work at a lower setting and extract some of the shine from the nail. Very, very gentle. and small or gentle pressure. Okay. You'll remove your dust with your manicure brush. You'll take a lint-free wipe and you will have completed your waterless electric file manicure. And you'll notice we didn't really need to cut any dead skin. If you do, however, need to remove anything that's scraggly or sticking up, go ahead and do so. I actually don't have much, so I'm done with my waterless manicure. Thank you for watching this lesson, and if you liked it, please give us a thumbs up. If you like to follow our channel, make sure to subscribe. And if you'd like to share your thoughts or questions or refer us new video ideas, leave a comment, please. Thank you for watching.